Alright, so here's the set as a whole, all put together with all our minifigures. It comes with 2 battle droids, 3 of the new mold of the Super Battle Droid, 3 Phase 2 regular clone troopers, which is just amazing, 1 Phase 2 Coruscant Guard or Shock Trooper, and then a bunch of different builds, being a little barricade, a little speeder, a stab, and then a homing spider droid. Or that's not homing spider droid. Nonetheless, you get my point. So yeah, let's take a look at the clone side first. Alright, so here are the minifigures for the clone side of things, which are technically the only minifigures in the set. So you get 4 total minifigures for the clones, which are 3 of these Phase 2 clone troopers and this 1 Phase 2 shock trooper. So let's take a look at these clone troopers real quick. I'm going to have to manually focus this real quick. There we go. So we're going to actually drag some light back towards us. So that's what the clone trooper looks like itself. Pretty awesome in my opinion. Wonderful printing. I kind of like the helmet, although it kind of is reminiscent of what a fake print looks like, which I find very interesting. That's what I think. And then just the printing on the body, kind of the same as a Phase 1, and the back, again, just typically what you'd see in a clone trooper. Facially, just kind of the basic clone face with that nice kind of orangish tan head. Really do like him. An awesome inclusion in this set. Now the other minifigures we get, sorry for the blur temporarily, is this Phase 2 shock trooper, who's just as amazing as his normal clone trooper counterpart. I mean, just beautiful. Here I think that's pretty well focused. Just beautiful looking overall. I mean, I kind of fell in love when I first saw him in the Coruscant Guard ship, and seeing him again in this set is just amazing, especially because you can now kind of army build these guys rather than having to buy the Coruscant Guard ship just to get one of them. I mean, just looking at all the prints on him and the colors, it's pretty much the same general print. I mean, it literally is the exact same. Aside from some color changes, I'm going to take this blaster out of his hands. And he comes with, of course, just a normal pistol and some binoculars, which are seen right here. And you can actually put these binoculars in a multitude of places, and I'll show you that later. Now, facially, same as any other clone. They pretty much all have the exact same face print. And yeah, just amazing. Now, I do want to make one more. I did not mean to chuck him to the side there. Do want to make one more comment about these minifigures, which is that when looking at them, so there, sorry I had to focus this in now. It's just getting used to this new camera. When looking at these minifigs, the only real difference among them, besides obviously being red and white, is this guy is more of like a specialist, and he actually comes with a normal blaster, or a sniper rifle, so you could kind of put some specialist gear on him from the 501st Battle Pack. I'm calling it that. I'm not sure what else to call it. So actually, I will show you just what you could do with him right now. Okay, so in our 501st Battle Pack, we were given this nice little white specialist visor. So I'm just focusing it. So that's what that looks like. It looks just amazing, and I really do love it. And so if you take that, put it onto our little specialist clone, that's what I'm going to call him here, and we just pop that onto him, like so. Okay, well, wow. Like so, it pretty much completes his look as a specialist, if I could actually put it on there. Pretty much completes his look as a specialist, but I personally prefer him to just be a normal Phase 1 clone trooper. But if you have a problem with seeing helmet holes, or you just want to add a little bit more detail to your Phase 2 clone trooper, that is the right way to go about it. So yeah, let's get into our builds here, huh? Alright, so this is what you're getting on the clone side of things for this battle pack. You're getting this speeder, which is reminiscent of like the original clone battle pack, and you're getting this little barricade. So we're going to start off with the barricade, because it's the smaller thing, and I feel like that's something we should take first. So here's our barricade, which I really actually like the build for, and with this build it actually comes a bunch of perks, so we'll go over that right now. So it has this nice little stud shooter, kind of acting as like a mortar on the barricade, is what you could say, and of course it just fires like a regular stud shooter. Now, also, it comes with these 2 shields, which you can clip on and clip off and give to your clone troopers. So, per se, let's say I want we'll call him John here, to hold a shield in addition to his blaster rifle. We can equip him with both of those, and this is what he'd look like. just to combat those droids over there. Or, of course, instead of doing such, you can just keep the shield clicked onto your thing there on the barricade to make it look good. In addition, with that, the barricade can also hold 2 clone weapons. So we can put one there, and then there's another clip right there for a clone weapon. Or, if you want, you can take the shot guy's binoculars and stick them in there too. So that's what that looks like with everything in its clips. I really do like this build. It's not too bad, and I really think it fits. Now, in addition, there is this speeder here, which, yeah, that's all I'll say about it for now. Which is an interesting build, that's for sure. It comes with these 2 blasters on the back for your clone that you sit on the back to fire. Of course, you can just take a clone, sit him down, and he'll sit here and fire these blasters at any droid chasing behind them. You can, of course, also sit a clone in the front seat up here. Just sit him down there like that, and that's what that looks like. Now, the build itself is, obviously they were going for like a classic style, but they definitely could have given us something better. And I'm not going to say anything. I was going to say something about the price for a second, and I was like, no, because the price is right. I'm not referencing any shows or anything for this set here. Because, I mean, coming with all these minifigures, there's really no reason for me to complain about the build and, you know, make it ruin the set for me because I don't like this speeder build. But, you know, I feel like they could have done a little bit better with the speeder build. But the play features of it are pretty basic, of course. Just 2 stud shooters as per usual. You have, again, these mentioned, and it can hold 2 clones. So yeah, let's get into our droids, hey? Alright, so this is what you're getting on your droid side of things. Of course, not everything fits into frame. But the thing that's not in frame is that big droid there. So what you're getting is 5 awesome minifigures. That's what I'm going to call them for this. And 2, well actually 3 technically, counting this little crate right here that technically comes with it, because on the box it shows the droid opening the crate, so. But yeah, so looking into it just automatically, we're going to start with the minifigures. So let's just get into the minifigures. So here are our droid minifigures. If I can, yeah, okay. So that is our droid minifigures. They are just beautiful looking, and I really love their inclusion in this set. So you get 2 normal battle droids and 3 super battle droids, which all 3 look amazing, and they are a new print, which I will show off now, because I mean that's what you want to see, right? Is this new battle droid print. So that is what the battle droids look like now. Just beautiful. Obviously, I don't have a lot of light in here, so I'm trying to pick it up the best I can. But that's what it looks like. They have a night. The only real change, besides a difference with the head and a couple other differences, is this little dot, referencing the small dot that you do see on the Super Battle Droids in the show and in the movies. Now, the Battle Droid just looks amazing, and I really do love the figure. It is an extremely good upgrade from the first fig, and I think they really did a perfect job. Now, in addition to that, you get 2 droids, which we will now talk about, the little special feature I was talking about, which each droid has different kind of arms in a way. So this droid, who's meant to be on our stap, has 2 curved arms to grab onto the stap, while this droid, who's just shooting, has 2 straight arms. Now, obviously you can switch these out if you don't want anyone right in the stap, or if you want him to only have like one hand on the stap and one hand on his blaster, which is a little bit unrealistic, so let's take it realistically here. But yes, that's what comes with the droid side of things, and I feel like LEGO's really, I mean, I'm really happy with this, because I feel like LEGO's recently kind of been neglecting our droids, and I feel like with this battle pack, it's much easier to army build droids, though it's going to be hard to get the battle packs. I mean, the shelves are going to be empty of it, I mean, because who doesn't want one of these, hey? So yeah, let's get into the builds that come with our droid side of things, hey? So these are the builds that come with the droid side of things. 3 builds, so a little bit more on our clone trooper side, but not to a real extreme. So we'll start with this. This is just a little crate, which not very fancy, no, but it's a little crate, and inside our crate holds 2 thermal detonators, which you can take out and have your droids, or if you want, you can switch it to more of a clone type of thing, throwing at the droids / clones. So then we have our stap, which is just an amazing looking stap and very, very realistic. I really do enjoy it. And what you can do with this stap is you can just click the droid onto here, rest his feet right there, and boom, you have a droid riding a stap. You can go around shooting your clones, or you know, just riding around on a patrol if you want him to. Again, you can switch out one of those arms, so he's holding a blaster, firing at the clones, but I prefer it to have both arms snapped to the stab. Now, our last kind of build that comes with these droids is this big droid here. For some reason, I keep calling it a homing spider droid, which is not what it is, but we're going to stick to that name. Someone correct me in the comments, please. But yeah, so this is the main kind of build, the biggest build of the set, and kind of the main thing showcased on our box art here. So he is a three-legged droid who has a bunch of little features. So we'll start with the basics, as he has these nice little flick fire missiles here, which you can just flick out for him to fire. And usually he'd rotate it, but for us, we just have to kind of switch leg to leg, and he will slowly flick and fire out these missiles. Now on top, it shows his kind of eyes as he spins his head to fire his missiles, looking and locking on to looking for and locking on to clones. Now leg-wise, pretty much fully bendable as much as you want, just into any real pose you want him to be bent into. If you want him to look like a ballerina, you can make him look like a ballerina. If you want him to look like a squid, you can make him look like a squid, or you can make him just look like a droid. It is all up to you, and that's the beauty of Lego, is that you do what you want with it. But yeah, just an amazing thing for the droids. I really do love how Lego's kind of put a little bit more effort into what the droids get, and I think it's just perfect. So yeah, let's wrap this up. So yeah, to wrap up the video, this is just my thoughts about the set. It's an amazing set, and I really just can't complain about it. I'd arguably, I'm not even sure if arguably is the right word, say that this is the best battle pack Lego has ever released, with just an amazing assortment of minifigs and just some fairly good builds aside from the speeder, but really can't complain because, I mean, everything else just kind of boots that out of the park. A wonderful battle pack, and I highly advise buying it. It's the perfect battle pack. I have no other words. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and make sure to subscribe and like. Goodbye.